back to Terra. The elementals look at each other and back to me, then they nod. They prepare themselves to cast, but before they do, they look at me instead. Seeing all them standing together hits me just how regal they look.
You do not wish to return to your world?
I shake my head. I have someone waiting for me in Terra who I'm very eager to get back to.
As you wish. Child of the other world, thank you.
The Shadow Elemental lowers her head in respect. Each elemental nods to me in turn. I look at each of the elementals and smile. I appreciate all the help you've given me along the way.
I am glad it was enough.
It was our pleasure. We won't forget you, or what you've done for us.
The elementals return to position.
Are you ready?
Yes. My vision goes stark white again. I feel the same crackle of energy. Electricity tingles my skin as I feel the weightless solidness surround me. Instinctively, I shield my eyes, and when I come to, I've returned to Terra. My friends are solemnly gathered together. Leanna has crumpled to her knees, hanging her head in her hands. I can hear her sobs bellow over the sniffling of the group. Zack stands stone-faced, looking into the distance at nothing. Kira's arms are around him, her head resting on his shoulder as silent tears roll down her cheeks. Amy kneels beside Leanna and awkwardly pats her back. Her bright pigtails are lowered, hiding her face. Carefully, I walk up to the group. So, what are we all crying about? As one, everyone's heads whip towards me. A pin drop could be heard in the resulting silence.
You're alive?
Yep. Leanna leaps to her feet and throws her arms around me. Whoa! I stumble as I catch her and regain my balance. She squeezes me into a tight hug.
You're alive!
I'm here.
I thought I lost you! Don't you ever leave me again!
I already told you before I wouldn't, remember? She pulls back and gazes into my eyes. I gently wipe the tears from her cheeks. Her crystal blue eyes draw me in as I study them, etching them into my memory. She grabs my face and pulls me into a long kiss. As we breathlessly break away, the rest of my team surrounds us.
What happened? How did you get back here?
It's a bit of a long story, which might be best saved for another time. Amy nods.
Even without an explanation, it is still quite reassuring to have you return.
Thanks, Amy. I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys.
We missed you too.
Come on, it's only been like 5 minutes since he was gone. Don't be so dramatic.
Despite that, his eyes are glittering. Zack, were you crying?
No, you were crying.
We all blink at the tiny squeak.
Boy!
Out of my scarf pops a miniature Pongo, no bigger than my finger. He hops onto my shoulder and squeaks again. You're so tiny. Pongo, is that you? He bounces happily before nuzzling my cheek. You're alive. What's so small? Leanna peers at the Pongo.
Aw, he's so cute!
Amy squints to get a closer look.
He certainly bears a strong resemblance.
Well, yeah. All Pongos pretty much look the same.
Kira lightly punches Zack's arm.
Don't be mean.
The Pongo hops up and nips my nose. Yep, that's definitely him.
I'm so relieved he made it too.
Of course, he's a tough little guy. I pat his head and he snuggles against my neck. Gradually, as the shock of my reappearance winds down, we all sit to take a minute just to process everything. The creature was defeated and all my teammates are alive and safe. But most importantly, I'm back in Terra. I look over at Leanna, who twists a lock of her hair deep in thought. There's nothing standing in the way of us now. No looming threat of danger or the possibility of one of us leaving. We are finally free to be together. Zack clears his throat, breaking the silence and interrupting my thoughts.
So, we finally defeated Void.
Kira gives Zack a strange look.
Yes.
Zack gestures to me.
And I'm assuming since you're still here in Terra, it means you aren't trying to find a way home anymore.
Leanna's gaze slides to me. She bites her lip in anticipation, her eyes anxious yet hopeful. I smile at her. That's right. She smiles, her eyes shining. Zack grins and puts his hands behind his head, leaning back against a tree.
Excellent. then I believe payment is in order.
We blink at him. Huh?
My job was to protect Amelia throughout our travels, and, as you can see, she is in one piece.
Quick, stab her.
So, you owe me 42,030 coins for my services based on how long this mission has been and how far we've traveled.
Again, we gape at Zack. The color drains from Leanna's face. But we just saved the world.
Saving the world doesn't put beer in my stomach.
Even Kara looks at him astonished.
What about some of the loot you took from the temples?
That's a perk of the job. I was promised payment.
If the objective was to keep me safe throughout our travels, then your mission is not yet complete. In order to return me to Illumia, we will still need to travel.
As the others try to reason with Zack, Leanna just stares.
Zack, you can't be serious right now.
Zack fixes a stony gaze on Leanna, then grins.
You're right. I'm just joking.
There's a pause.
What?
It's a joke, like, haha, that's funny, sort of thing.
I think you need to work on your jokes and timing.
It's not my fault if you guys don't understand good humor.
Zack crosses his arms and pouts. Leanna breaks down into laughter. Her laugh is infectious, and soon all of us are doubling over with laughter, releasing everything that's pent up inside. All of the hurt, fear, and relief. As I view each of my friends, I feel a warmth blossom within me. These are the people who mean the most to me, and no matter what the future throws at us, I know we can always count on each other to get through it. In them, I found my family. With them, I am home. Two months later.
And so, our heroes triumphed. But that is not the end of their tale. Our talented magecaster, Amelia, returned to the Mage Academy and submitted the results of her field study. It was received with much admiration, and to this day, her studies on the elementals are still being discussed. Needless to say, the rest of her tenure as a student was a breeze, and she graduated with full honors. After graduation, she donned the same black cloaks at the academy and became a professor herself. She became something of an expert on the temples, and students traveled far and wide to study from her. Although busy teaching the next generation of mages, Amelia never lost her innate sense of curiosity. Her latest research dives deeper into the secrets of rifts and parallel worlds.
He chuckles.
For all that has changed, not so very much has changed at all. As for the mercenary and his dashing beauty, well, retirement suits them well. Zack hung up his discharges, and Kara's finally grown some roots. Together, they combined their savings to provide other lost children what they've always wanted. A family. They run an orphanage now, accepting all children who need a home. Zack teaches them all sorts of life skills, while Kara teaches them about art and history. No matter how gruff Zack may be, he's careful and gentle with the children. In fact, they know that at the end of the day, Zack is just a big softy at heart. Kara showers the children with love and affection, and encourages them to tease Zack. After all this time, it's still so easy to get him flustered. The two of them have finally found their happiness and their home. Next is our formidable Mage Knight. After the last battle against the Shadow Prime Vanquisher, Leanna returned to the Mage Guild to report all of her findings. The guild was impressed by her fortitude and boldness in hindering Void's uprising. Her selflessness and bravery demonstrated she possessed the heart and spirit of what it means to be a top-class Mage Knight. She was promoted to the most prestigious rank of Mage Class S, the highest within the guild. She is the youngest Mage Knight to receive such an honor, When her family heard the news, they all attended her promotion ceremony, beaming with pride. Her father stood in the front row, and afterwards boasted about how his daughter embodied the strength and intelligence of House Dawn. No longer does Leanna fret about what the future might determine for her. She knows that she can carve her own destiny. And as for our hero...
Who is actually named Hero?
Well, that is a tale for another day.
We'll fly over the clouds, take a breath, one more step. Together hand in hand, continue on, for the journey's just begun.
A new chapter holding things unknown. Every turn a chance to grow. Take a grab of life and hold it tight. I will soar, spread my wings against the winds of the sky. I try, I can't always escape all the doubt locked here inside of me. Fear will never let me go.
I know, but even so, I don't care. Watch me and you'll see. Once more, eager and strong, I am brave through our bond. Cause I know you're by my side. I fight the gleam of my sword and pride. Now lost in a daze. There's so much I could say. With the rising of the sun in sight, charge ahead toward the light.
Unknown location. Everything is pitch black. I can hear someone flipping through the pages of a book. I hear low whispering, the scratching of a pen. My head. Did I dream all of this stuff?
Hey?
It was such a good dream. I don't want to wake up.
Hey!
Someone shakes me.
Come on, wake up!
Huh? I sit up, blinking. Everything is blurry at first, but then a classroom comes into focus. A student in a green cloak sits next to me.
Finally you're awake! How can you sleep at a time like this? We've got to study!
Trying to figure out if that's actually Show's voice actor. I glance at the mountain of books and groan. Only after enrolling in the Mage Academy to officially learn how to be a mage have I realized just how little I actually know. Why did I decide to go to school again? Out of all the paths I could have chosen, why did I decide I wanted to go back to school?
Because you want to be a mage? That's why any of us decided to come here.
I grumbled beneath my breath. I was already sort of a mage. I sigh. Things were way easier when the elementals were helping out. My mastery of casting the elements quickly diminished after that battle months ago. I think my fast learning had something to do with the elementals' magic, like they were heightening my abilities somehow.
What?
He raises an eyebrow.
What are you talking about, Broseph?
Psst, did I say that out loud? I said it was much easier when Amy was helping me out. Shinji lets out a strangled laugh.
I told you before, it's really weird when you call Professor Estelle by your first name. And a nickname at that.
I huff and cross my arms, leaning further into my chair. Yeah, well, you'd think my old travel companion would at least give me less homework.
Boy!
The Pongo wiggles out of my scarf and bounces onto the desk. He's a little bigger now, maybe a teenage-sized Pongo.
Boy!
He leaps onto the books, scattering a few papers.
Boy! Boy!
That's right, Pongo, studying sucks. The Pongo gives me a pointed frown and shakes his head as if disappointed. He indicates one of the open books.
Boy! Boy!
Aw, man, are you telling me I need to study too?
Boy!
The Pongo nods. Shinji laughs.
The Pongo has spoken. Time to get back to it then.
I sigh, pulling myself together. Thought you were my friend, Pongo. He grins widely and snuggles against me.
Boy!
Aw, I can't stay angry at him. My friend pops open a book and we take turns quizzing each other on our upcoming test. Before long, I say my farewells to Shinji and head out. The sky is clear and blue. I shield my eyes from the bright sun as a soft breeze tickles my skin. With my studying over, I feel prepared for Amy's test tomorrow. As I head back towards my dorm, excited voices catch my attention. I stop to check out what all the commotion is about.
Hey, there's a mage class S at the academy.
That's crazy. There's no way one would be here.
I'm serious. I saw her at the entrance.
Wait, are you talking about that super hot girl?
Yeah.
The second student laughs.
You're blind. She's way too young to be a mage class S. If anything, she looks like a student here.
I thought the same thing, but I saw the emblem. She really is one.
The other student's eyes widen.
Really? But it doesn't make any sense. And why would she be at the academy?
I don't know.
My heart jumps. I turn and start jogging towards the entrance. My heart is pounding as I pick up the pace. A feeling of warmth blooms in my chest, encouraging me to move faster. I reach the wrought iron gate and see a woman leaning against it. I recognize her blonde hair instantly, and a warm, huge smile spreads across my face. Her hair is longer than before, and her new armor makes her look majestic. Hey, Leanna. She starts at the sound of my voice, but I can already see a smile forming. She slowly turns around, still looking just as beautiful as the day I met her. Her blue eyes sparkle with warmth. A bright smile lights her face as she looks at me. My heart flutters.
Hey there.
True ending achieved. Kept you guys waiting in suspense there, didn't I? Thank you for playing Crystalline. So there you go, Finn. Or is it? So yeah, with that, playthrough is done. So while going through the credits, I noticed that the Pongo is voiced by the same person as the Water Elemental, which I think is actually Valerie's voice actress from Ace Academy, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, there you have it. Overall, I still say Ace Academy is better, just because there's multiple routes. Like, there's little reason for me to go through this, since there's technically 2 routes as far as I know, just friends or lovers. I don't know what their plans are for their 3rd game. I know they've already started working on it, it's just I'm not on their Patreon, so I don't know all the details. To be completely honest, I'm out of the loop on a lot of stuff lately, but I'm hoping that'll change come winter time. Well, full-fledged winter. Let's see, I'm trying to think the time frame was... I believe it was Monday. You'll be seeing this Sunday. So almost a full week ago. It was so hot outside you would have thought it was summertime, damn it. I have a feeling winter went on a winter vacation this year. So yeah, with this out of the way, Wednesday will be the kickoff of the next visual novel. Actually, let's see, you'll see it Thursday, because it comes out on Halloween. So, the thing I have to warn you about this is, I don't know if I'm going to cover Call of Cthulhu or not. That comes out on October 30th. If I do, then Deathmark, the Halloween game that I've been hinting at for about a month now, will be a weekend thing. If I don't go for Call of Cthulhu on the 30th, that means Deathmark will be daily. I don't know if it's going to be as good as I'm hoping, but we'll see. So, in case you're wondering, it's going to be a huge contrast between this to that. So for those of you looking for bubbly, colorful romance, yeah, that's going away for the winter, possibly. But that's the state of things to come, and hopefully I'll see you guys around. Until then, I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.